the Maltese Connection, we wanted to talk about the impact that celebrities have on us when they die, and why. Why is there an impact, right? Why does it feel like we've lost a family member or a dear friend?
Well, I got upset because a lot of people were posting certain things on Facebook which seemed ignorant. I'll read a couple out that I found.
Yeah, please.
Which were very easy to find. So when a news site or someone would post about the accident, people would write, "What about the other people that died in their family?"
Yeah.
Sad celebrity obsessed world we live in, when only 14 minutes ago the other people that perished in the Kobe chopper were announced. Yet all day worlds have been mourning one person on that flight that happened to be a nice guy that was good at running and playing basketball, for God's sakes. I don't care what your net worth is, blah, blah, blah. He goes on a little bit more.
Did you know that person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He meant well. But what about the other 4 people? You guys making sure it's not his wife and daughters, that's all that matters. There are 4 dead. This is obviously before they realized there were 9
yep.
And someone else wrote, "What about the other people in the helicopter? Don't their lives matter?" ! So I'll read out what I wrote down.
Yeah, part of the Maltese Connection today is to explain why they matter sometimes above, or they seem to matter more than...
Seemingly more than other people. In ways, it as bad as it sounds, they do matter more to individuals compared to someone else. And you can't deny that. Because
the range of, the amount of people they affect are more than the other people that were on,
I'll read out quickly.
Obviously, their lives all mattered.
Yeah.
But go for it, bud.
Hey, man. All right, ready?
Yep.
So I've thought a bit about this. This is what I was saying to someone on Facebook.
Yep.
I've thought a bit about this, but that's the nature of mankind. 150,000 people die each day, and you can't care about them all no matter how tragic it is. So why do we care when we care? It could be for a few reasons. Obviously, if the person is close to you, a family member or a close friend, then it is impactful to you and your life would be different afterwards. But also, such in the case of a celebrity like Kobe or Michael Jackson or Robin Williams. These people do affect the lives of many, and through TV and interviews, we feel like we know them. To a certain extent, we do know them. So it's this weird, surreal feeling when they die, especially when it is so tragic like what happened here with Kobe. It's not because he was good at running or bouncing a ball. He inspired countless people and people were entertained by him, so he impacted their lives in a positive way. Thus, it's sad and the people on the helicopter... Thus, it is sad that the people on the helicopter are among the 150,000 other people that sadly no one really cares about as much. You don't really care about the other people in the helicopter. Otherwise, you would care about the guy who got hit by a car in Madrid, or an 87-year-old woman who died in her sleep in India. We can't take in all that info, so naturally we care about the people we feel we know. Kobe definitely impacted countless people, but the other people on the helicopter did not. That doesn't mean they're lesser people, but human nature will dictate that the story is Kobe and his daughter who died. If he wasn't on board, the story wouldn't have gotten any attention and people wouldn't be posting murals of him all over social media. So that's the main thing that I was thinking. But then there's all these other things once we dug into a bit of research about it, like nostalgia.
Yeah.
So especially with him, like what you said earlier.
Yeah, he was part of, for us, he was part of our teen years, high school years, when we watched basketball, the sport we loved. He was a big part of that, We saw him match up against Michael Jordan and him and Allen Iverson, you know.
Yeah. You feel like, it's part of your childhood. That's gone.
Yeah.
Like I'll think when Sylvester Stallone or Schwarzenegger passes away, that's going to definitely affect me.
Yeah.
They
were heroes in a sense. No, I'm not. As I've gotten older, I've
tried not to use that.
I've tried not to see these human beings, especially with living in LA and meeting a lot of these guys and seeing that they're just human beings. And I think it's very healthy, especially the older you get. And it's part of maturing is realizing that, hey, these guys are just human beings, man. We don't have to put them up on pedestals and treat them like gods. But still, it's okay to respect people and to honor people and to appreciate people. Yeah. Even now, there's people I appreciate. I probably don't put them up on pedestals anymore, and I know they're not perfect by far. But but I still appreciate them. You know what I mean? But they are a part of, especially when you're younger and you're looking up to these guys. You know, they become part of, and they inspire you. I wrote down a few notes. I said right here, because I was looking into it a bit and thinking about it through the week as well. And I said, because we see celebs and stars so often, even more so these days, due to the internet and smartphones, we develop an attachment to them, right? We can always see them, right? On TV, on YouTube.
Especially on social media.
Yeah, on cable, social media. Yeah. Now we can follow them as well.
And you're following them in their day-to-day life.
Yeah, like day-to-day life. Now it's not just on the court or in the film. Or when they're getting interviewed. It's them, at home with their family doing a quick, or on their holiday doing a quick snap. So even more so, you start to think you know them. Like we feel like we recognize them and like we even know them. The fact that we hear and learn so much about them as well makes us feel we know them even more. In the comfort of our own lounge room, we can see their faces and hear their voices and be moved by their music or their performance or their presence and their athletic talent, sometimes a few times a week, And when we can see these guys and hear them more than we see most of our relatives, you know what I mean? Like how many times do you see your uncle, for instance, or your auntie, like, you know what I mean?
You would see them more than close friends and relatives.
Exactly. So many attachments develop, you know what I mean? We can sometimes see these guys these guys and girls, we can see them as inspiration, people who have achieved the dream maybe we want to achieve. Like for us with the acting, maybe we see some actors as, man, they've crossed over, they've gotten there. Like they're evidence that it's real and it's doable and that we too can do it, So, and usually like these people love to inspire others to dream, to work hard because they too can do it, So as if you're not going to get attached to someone like that, they become like that best friend and the mentor, the person the light, the person who shows that you can make it, you can do it. It is real and human beings can cross the void, and get over to the other side. But even if we are just fans, right, and don't necessarily want to achieve what they have achieved, we still honor and respect them, maybe because they have reached a high level within their chosen field. And they have also provided entertainment for us, usually for a long period of time. For instance, Kobe started playing, in the NBA when I've got here 13, 14, and I saw him play and heard about him and his work ethic throughout my 20s and 30s and saw what he became. So there's also a level of respect there. They become a part of the fabric of our lives and our upbringing, as well as part of the fabric of our society and culture. So it's shocking when we lose them. It's like you're losing a dear friend or a family member. And like Kobe, his name was part of culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp and, Al Pacino, it's part of our culture now. You know what I mean? So there's a shock to that. And it's even more shocking when the life is taken young, ended short, when the person was still doing a lot of things and had more dreams and goals to achieve, things you were excited to see them fulfill, but now, no, you will never, they will never come to fruition in their own strength, obviously. Or Kobe's dreams are done now. He's done. He's gone, Yeah. So that's a shock. That's what gets you. And unlike sports star, like say some musicians or actors who probably had a drug-riddled life and were kind of, it was almost like you could see them going that direction and it was bound to happen. It's not really a surprise. With Kobe, he was so healthy and determined and goal-oriented, So for someone like that to just get wiped out all of a sudden, finished, it's a big shock, man. So I think that's why it impacts us, and why we mourn as not just a nation, but the world mourns, all over the world, people were mourning. The Philippines were doing a lot of... I saw that. Yeah, Philippines went hard at commemorating him. And
do you think, as morbid as it sounds like, I was trying to think who else would have such an impact if something happened to them. I was trying to think...
Oh, there's a few. I mean, LeBron, sports stars.
Like taking it out of sports, say. Would it be... I mean... Like, I know Joe Rogan it'll be different with someone like him. Yeah. But
I think so.
Impacts a lot of people every day.
I would say some like stars, like film stars. Just say Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Do you think that people would agree?
Definitely. But I don't know if it's going to be
as
to
impactful
the extent. Like this has been pretty crazy. I can't remember the last time. Even maybe Michael Jackson or Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Because he seems so great with his kids as well. It kind of makes it sadder.
And there's something honourable about the athlete life as well, because there's discipline, it's hard work, it's fitness, it's health, and whereas I don't know, maybe it's not as honourable the actor's life. Not to say that there's no hard work and sacrifice involved in that.
I know actually, if The Rock.
Yes,
he kind of crosses both
because he kind of has
he's
both
so
of those.
energetic and positive, and so I don't want to go down that road, but I was just trying to think about why Kobe, why so much. People with celebrities die all the time, and I had no real. I didn't follow him. I wouldn't know what he was up to. But I knew when I saw that notification pop up on my phone that morning that's why I messaged you straight away.
Yep.
And I just thought, this is big.
Massive.
This is really
I think
bad.
we may have switched off because we moved on from basketball, but we still knew of Kobe, and just the way his popularity was, you heard about him a lot. You may have not known the nitty gritty details, but we would hear of him, and you'd still. You'd hear of him in the distance some way somehow, and I think still deep down there was a respect for him. And I think it's like with anyone in your life, you get comfortable and used to them being alive and around, and then they're gone, and you're, oh crap, like I wasn't even keeping up to date, and what was he doing, and it still hurts though, and I can only imagine the ones who are still freshly following him, and I mean, so much to say there, hey, man. But we wanted to use this Maltese Connection space and time today with this episode 7, to really commemorate Kobe Bryant, right? And also to use it as a place for us to let out a little bit too, hey, man. And to to let out and find some healing as well, and to, just to speak about it and to speak about it with our listeners. And we both want to just say a little something to Kobe. Hey, man, do you want me to read this one out?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, this is from both Roger and I. We want to thank Kobe for the years of inspiration, man. Kobe, I'm going to read this out because I don't want to try and remember it and butcher it, but I just want to read it out. And this is just a genuine thank you from both Roger and I. Kobe, man, thank you for the life you lived and the legacy you created and leave behind. Thank you for daring to dream, for making good use of your talents that you were gifted with, for working hard to make them even better, for daring to chase your dreams and to build on them. Thank you for saying yes. Yes to the calling. Yes to the narrow path. Yes to the hard work, man, the sacrifice, the perseverance. Yes to the challenge. Thank you for entertaining us over the years, inspiring us to dream and to be better ourselves, encouraging us to work hard and to be persistent, consistent, and focused. We love you, man. Like you said, Mamba out. But like LeBron said, not forgotten. Live on, brother. Boom.
Nicely said.
Yeah. Cool, bro.
Cool.
It's good. Live on, Cobes.